So I did a video a few days ago about one of Tyson Fury's former sparring partners, a guy called Nicholas Asprey. He posted a video on Facebook in which he was showing a pair of sparring gloves. They were Everlast Power Locks, and the padding in the knuckles had been worn away. Basically, there was no padding left in the knuckles pretty much. And he was alleging in the video that those were Tyson Fury's sparring gloves, the very gloves that he wore to spar him. So when Nicholas Asprey was sparring Tyson Fury, he said Fury was wearing those gloves. Now, at this point in time, it's basically Asprey's word against Team Fury. None of us were there. None of us know for sure whether those were Fury's gloves or not. Asprey claims that the sparring occurred in the lead up to the Deontay Wilder fight. But he didn't release the footage up until now because he says Team Fury never paid him for the sparring. He has posted many screenshots of private conversations in DMs and whatnot that he's had with Ben Davison. And certainly by what Ben Davison is saying, it does appear that there was some kind of issue there with Asprey not being paid on time or not being paid at all. So, of course, as somebody who doesn't know who's telling the truth, none of us know who's telling the truth in this situation, we have to try and think about possibilities. So we know that there was some kind of issue with payment. Now, if Asprey hasn't been paid up until now, is it a case that he was sitting on footage that he's had ever since the Wilder fight? Or is it a case that he's fabricated it because he's angry at the fact he hasn't been paid and he's picked up some used worn gloves in the gym and made out as though this video was from the Fury training camp back when he was preparing for Wilder as a way of trying to get revenge on Fury for not paying him or not paying him on time. Is that what it is? Is Asprey's video genuinely of Fury's gloves, or is it just some kind of revenge mission where he's concocted this whole narrative? I don't know. Okay, I do not know. One thing I will say when it comes to those gloves is not only would those gloves inflict more damage on the sparring partner because of the lack of padding, but they'd also be more dangerous for Tyson Fury's hands. Would a fighter like Tyson Fury, who's going into one of the biggest fights of his life, the biggest or second biggest, alongside the Klitschko fight, would he risk breaking his hand in sparring and not being able to go through with the fight or going through with the fight with a damaged hand? Is that what Tyson Fury would do? That's the question I would have to ask, because again, none of us were there. We're not inside the wild card gym at the time that these guys sparred. So who knows, man? But that's my take on it. And anyway, a team member of Tyson Fury's has responded. This is Tyson Fury's cut man. He made this video, which you can all go watch on YouTube. And he shows the gloves which Tyson Fury and, according to him, his sparring partners have been using. Now, professional fighters are going to change their sparring gloves on a regular basis. Yeah, some sparring gloves are obviously going to last longer than others, but they're going to change their sparring gloves on a regular basis. The Deontay Wilder fight was back in, it was December, wasn't it? December 2018. So are we to believe that Fury's using all the same sparring gloves now as he was using nearly a year ago? I highly doubt it. So for Fury's cut man to be coming up and saying, oh, here we go, these are the gloves that, insinuating these are the gloves that he was using in training camp for the Deontay Wilder fight, I mean, that's not realistic. That doesn't prove anything. But I guess maybe one of the things that they're trying to do, just to take a step back a little bit, is prove that Tyson Fury doesn't do this on a regular basis. This guy's making a claim that he's taking padding out of his gloves, and now people are thinking, oh, maybe Tyson Fury does this all the time. His cut man comes out and says, well, these are the gloves that Tyson Fury is currently using, and no. They're all perfectly well padded and what have you. So, yeah, I don't think Tyson Fury would be doing this on a regular basis anyway. As I said, because it's going to injure his hands. Could there have been instances where Tyson Fury went into the ring and there wasn't sufficient padding in some of his gloves? Yeah, that's going to happen, particularly with the power locks. Because any of you who know anything about Everlast power lock sparring gloves, they've got a reputation for the padding breaking down very quickly. In fact, that's one of the main complaints about those gloves, is the padding breaks down very quickly. They tell you don't use them on the bag at all. Just save them for sparring, because if you use them on the bag, you know, they're going to break down, as I say, very quickly. Even on the pads, they break down very quick. So let me know what you guys think about this in the comment section below. There's an article you can read here on World Boxing News, and I encourage you guys to all watch the video. But ultimately, it's Asprey's word against Team Fury's word. That's what it is. We do know that there was an issue there with regards to Asprey being paid. The rest of it, we're all in the dark about, and we can only speculate. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. It's Sam, and I'm out.